Good evening, everybody. This is last emergency. I suppose call it emergency. Someone in the Discord channel said, Alex, you should come online and just chat and give everybody a peace of mind and just explain what's happening or give my point of view. So I thought, come online today live. I've just done a video about maybe 20 minutes ago. I thought it'd be a good idea to come on live, just give my perspective because the data is moving really quick. As soon as I posted my video, Netflix earning came out, so that will be supporting what I've said on my video. So if you guys not watch my video, I recommend you watch it. But if you're not watching it, don't worry, don't go watch it. Just stay on me on YouTube Live here and see where I go. And I'm starting to sniffle. Give me a second. So again, I'm getting a tissue ready, and I will begin my segment. So welcome to you guys who's staying up late. It's UK about 11:22. I was about to go and shower and go to bed, but I thought I'd come on live and speak to everybody. It's easy to speak here than go on Discord and typing away. So just catch as much as I can. So I've done my script. I've got my presentation in the background quickly all put together in 20 minutes so that I can come on live and share with you guys. But you guys watching on this, so hopefully I'll cut it again. Nice and short, 15, 20 minutes of what I want to present, what my views are, so you guys can watch and record. And I'll try to keep Q&A at the end. Again, 20 minutes, focus on that. So really, I'm here to speak about why is it down, how far would it go. So a couple of questions. I want to go through a couple of questions I brought up, common question that people will be asking at this time of the market. So the first thing is, why is the market down? Obvious reasons, because uncertainty evolves, and it's not just because of Federal Reserves talking interest rates. Loads of dynamic measures coming in. But one thing I want to say as a retail investor, to keep it simple, the market's confused. People are waiting for data. Nobody know where to park their money, and everybody's playing the safe game by hopefully taking money out and not lose the 2022 gain. Okay, so first, let's keep it simple. Is the bottom here yet? Okay, that's the first question people ask. Alex, is the bottom here? All I can say is no. I don't think the bottom here is yet because uncertainty, we don't have enough data on what we want to do. So let me just show you. Let's go and show you some couple of slides here. So let's look at the VIX, okay, the volatility index. I said a couple of weeks ago, I said, VIX might be obsolete. We don't need it, but look at it. It's coming back at 25 again. It's creeping up 25, as you can see. The last time we had a rejection came down, I thought that's over. We'll be on cruise control. But guess what? Things are uncertain. People just don't know where to park their money. And guess what? It all began because the financial missed the earnings, and that just caused a domino effect because people thought that rotating money away would be great. Oil, financial, travel, but then they start seeing cracks on the floor where Goldman Sachs, Bank of America are saying that, oh, we need to pay high wages, we need to retain our stuff. And that just cascaded saying, oh, we forgot about high expenses, interest rate affecting cash flow, affecting profit margin. That will cause it. As you can see, that's a 3-day on the green. If I zoom in, that's when people are going uncertain. Green candle, green candle, green candle is just going up. Going up and up and up. So is this a bottom? No. Still a long way to run. See, like I said before, there's no rejection. We don't see rejection. We don't see people buying on the bottom. So there's no bottom here. And this will keep going until we see a rejection candle. So remember, if you guys not watch, let me just go through what a rejection candle is. Okay, let me zoom. My mouse is going mad. Rejection candle is when you see a candle and a long wick. Candle and a long wick. Candle and a long wick. So every time it's a rejection, it's the bottom. Long wick. We don't see that here. I don't see it here. I don't see. You can see here. I don't see a rejection. This is still fresh. That candle is still fresh. In fact, somebody is trying to push the VIX down, but it got rejected. This is when you see the dip. You see the market going up on the green, and then that's where you see the rejection on people buying the bottom. It's not the bottom. We need that big rejection here. This now is not the bottom. So from data, I can see on the VIX, it's not the bottom. Okay, hopefully that answers one part of the question. So second thing is, why is the stock market falling? Okay, that's a basic fundamental question, and something that we have to ask ourselves, why is the market falling? It's not just because of Jerome Powell. It's not because of interest rate. There are reasons behind it. So things go in stages. We cannot just jump to a conclusion. So I've got my notes written here. So what I want to say is two things for now. It goes in stages. So first is first. Last week the market was going on falling down. The VIX is going up. Why? Because people are trying to secure their profits from 2021. So it's been a great run, 2020. People left their money in there, let it run in 2021. You and me, we left our money for 2 years. let it run. So we made our money. So what we want to do is we don't want to lose our gains. So what we do is just take a bit of money off the side, like me taking money off Tesla, taking money off the side, saying, let's see what happens. Maybe there will be a dip because you feel like it's a bit boiling. So that's what happened stage one. And now stage two is what people are doing is money keeps flowing out. People are getting a bit worried and people go, oh, maybe we need to start protecting our portfolio because we do not want to sell our tags. And no, we want to sell some, but not all of them. So what they do, they hedge the market. They hedge by shorting the market. How do I know? I know by looking at candles. Shorting candles are pretty easy to spot. Look, this is a short candle. Long, 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 like three black crows. Three black crows. See, three black crows. Long, long, long. This is not them specifically selling Apple, not specifically selling Microsoft. If you see FANG stock starts falling like Apple starts falling, meaning people are hedging, shorting the market, shorting the index like the likes of NASDAQ. They're not going to individually sell the Apple stocks. They're going to just protect, not sell off, but hedge the market by shorting the likes of NASDAQ. It's the easiest place to short. So you can see three black crows, three black crows here. So what happens after that? There's a theory say if you get three black crows, it's going to go even further down. I think I support that because on the VIX, you don't see a rejection. So it's going to go down. How long it go? I don't know. We have to watch and see. But looking at the stochastic, it still could go. Looking at RSI, it's still strong. It still could hit 20. But it could rebound or not rebound. We don't know. But it's all waiting on the earnings next week. So people are preparing for next week, preparing for worst case scenario. Like I said, it could be profit margin down. It could be revenue growth down. It could be cost down. That will cause even more stir. But again, now we're in stage two. People are hedging, protecting the portfolio, and people could take more money out. And even in the likes of ARK Invest, you could see people already shorting ARK Invest, like way back. They're already shorting ARK Invest because of hypergrowth stocks, low profit margin. So this happens. Look at that. Many people trying to get rid of Katie Wood. I hope she does well. Look at that. Look at that. People shorting. This is a short indicator. So that's where we are. So is it the bottom yet? I would say no. Why is the market falling? One, people taking profit. Two, people hedging the market. Okay. So next thing is we need to jump a bit on crypto, okay? Crypto, why is crypto falling? There's an impact on crypto falling as well. Let me bring up my right chart on my Bitcoin. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin chart. So why is Bitcoin falling? A couple of reasons. First is the death cross. Okay, the death cross on 15,200 death cross because it's been going up. Coming down death cross, it's going to happen. So what I think that is this will run for another at least 50, 60 days because it takes about 50, 60 days for the 200-day moving average to start moving downwards, start moving over the hump. Currently, it's about 50 days behind, so about 50 days behind. So it's going to be. So why are you talking about Bitcoin here? We're talking about stocks here, Alex, because it's important. It's important. So remember, crypto is down again. Crypto is down again, people again taking profit. And also there's two things that's important in the stock market here because it's all about safety. It's all about finding safe haven. Okay. Let me just check whether I am good. Okay. It's all about finding safe haven. What do I mean, Alex? Because remember, there are lots of sideline cash. Okay, we've made lots of money, people taking profit. People take profit, sideline cash. What are they going to do? They're not going to keep in the bank. You're going to make interest rates. Are they going to keep them bond? No. Are they going to buy financial stock? Not yet. It doesn't look like it. Are they all going to buy oil stock? You can't really put everything in oil. So they need to find a safe haven. So Alex, why are you speaking on Bitcoin? Come on, get to the point. So get to the point is Bitcoin versus gold. Remember, Bitcoin has been a better hedge position. Bitcoin has been a better safe haven compared to gold in the last 10 years. But why are we still not seeing flow in? Because people are hesitating. Why are the institutions hesitating? One, because it's a bit too high for them. They're not willing to pay the $40,000, $48,000 for Bitcoin. They are not willing to pay 40. They want to bring it low to the likes of 32. My cost is 32,000, 35,000 before institution buying it. So if you were a company and you want to hedge, you want to protect your cash flow, you're not going to put in cash because of inflation, but you're going to find Bitcoin. So for me, Bitcoin will be falling until to a point where they find a safe entry point and you see institution going in, protecting their cash, protecting their liquid. So Bitcoin, Ethereum might be the place safe, but for now, it will still fall to a point until it's acceptable to buy. Or is institution really going to accept Bitcoin as? So we want to see where the smart money flows through. And now, loads of selling cash. No one's buying crypto. No one's buying stock. So we have to watch both avenues. It's not just about my love for cryptos, but I am monitoring too. I'm thinking like a fund manager. If Alex, I've already have lots of cash bucks at where do I go? Bitcoin, not yet. Stock market still falling, not yet. So that's where I am. That's what I have to speak about. That very, very important point. Okay. So next question is, Alex, if tax drop again and again, is it doom and gloom? Why? Because you're telling me, Alex, next week's the earnings. We have just seen Netflix do very, very badly. Look, Netflix shares fall 19%. Subscriber growth. Let me show you my screen. 19%, that's a big deal. It's going to fall. People are now worried. Investors are worried. Option traders are worried. If Netflix falls, what's going to happen to Apple? What's going to happen to Microsoft? What's going to happen to Amazon? The FANGs, oh my God, take your money. It's going to panic people. It's going to be fire, 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 panic, panic, panic. So as we can see, Tesla is already red for tomorrow. Adobe is already red for tomorrow by 1%. Amazon has dropped under 3,000. Oh my goodness. Nvidia also selling off. Some place like me, I'm very biased to Nvidia. Nvidia will be doing well. They were hiking the price. They're not going to care about inflation. They'll just make you pay more. But why is it dropped 2%? So this is panic. People are not thinking straight. People are just taking profit, and people are shorting the index. That's what is happening. So back to my question is, if tech drops after earning is doom. Short term, yes, it looks like a doom, but long term, people will be smart by picking the right tech bottom to buy. So people are not going to be looking at stay-at-home stock, let's buy all of them. People are going to be specific about profit margin, specific about revenue growth. They're going to be specific about what sectors they'll be disrupting. They're going to be specific about the expenditure. Are people leaving? Are materials? So they're going to be very specific. So as a retail investor, you have to also be as that specific to pick and choose. So if tech drops after earning, doom and gloom, you'll be very, very selective. But then again, back on Netflix, I did say on Discord on my video that Netflix is quite key to understand the market with data going forward. So now we've seen Netflix going down by 19%. Subscriber Alex, it's doom and gloom. I am a positive investor. I want to see always the better side of the coin. So for me, I believe this could be good news. Why? Because it goes to show that we don't want to stay at home anymore. I'm sick of watching Netflix. You went over Christmas. What do you do over Christmas? You watch Netflix, Disney Plus. I don't care if Netflix 90% drop, it moved to I don't care. I think I see signals here and also forecast for next year that is trip because people want to get out there. Young people do not want, conferences in America, there were conferences on crypto conferences, any nonsense of a conference, people want to go, get an excuse to fly out, get an Airbnb somewhere. So people are giving themselves a reason to get out there to spend money. So now I'm waiting for stocks like Amex, Visa, Airbnb. I want to see travel stocks. If I see Netflix going down, and I see other sectors, younger people spending money outside, it could be good news. They don't care about inflation. They want to get out there. Is that the case? We don't know until we see the earnings data, guys. So this is one step on the positive side. People not spending on Netflix because you want to get up. Me and you, are you sick of watching? Yes. What do you want to do? I want to get up. Or if Netflix falls, if Master and Visa falls, if travel falls, people are actually generally worried and stay home to save money. I'm not going to concerts. I'm not going to eat. So things like that, you need to think and how it impacts of you and me spending, because end of the day, institutions are watching us. So instead of waiting for FOMC, we need to look at data. We need to think out of the box how to deploy our cash, invest, not invest, hold. For now, I'm holding. We've got 1, 2, or 5 data for me. 2 or 5 waiting for Adobe before I think of the next step. So I'm not going to rush in. It's all going to be in stages. Okay. So doom for now, but we have to think out of the box and we have to be selective of the tech stocks that we're looking at. Okay. So the next question that we go in, Alex, will there be a correction soon? Okay, that is the question. At the moment, NASDAQ already correction, 10% down. Correction could last between 10 to 40%. So we still go fall. Don't know where the bottom is. How deep is the correction? So there's an interesting tweet by Chris Peruna a couple of days ago. I looked at this and he shared this chart here. Okay, so he shared a chart where it's a market correction considered accumulation. So basically, if the market dips to a certain point at 25, it will correct. So this is the correction last occasion. So percentage of stocks above their own 200-day moving average on the NASDAQ has dropped below 25 for the first time since 2020. Okay, it closed 22.6 today. The last 3 times we dropped below 25, we went to the sub 15%. So it dropped even deeper. So it looks like there's already indicators of alarming that it could drop even deeper. But for now, again, we're going in stages. Don't assume. That's why I said don't do anything. Don't buy the dip. If you want to sell anything, you should have sold like 2 weeks ago. If too late, you might be in limbo. It could rebound. We don't know. No rebound yet. We don't know where it could go, but I think we're still waiting for data. Okay. So the next is crash. Oh, sorry, I showed you that, but I didn't show you the chart. I'm so sorry, my mistake again. Let me recap. Chris Pruna showed this chart here, okay, and he's a very good chart on how to indicate correction. So percentage of stocks above the 200-day moving average dropped below 25% for the first time in 2022. Look at this point here. Closed 22.6, which about 3 days ago. I think it's even lower now. The last 3 times it happened, it went below 25%. 1, 2, 3. It dropped even lower, and then it went into correction. So this is where we are. That's the chart. I've shared it. Go on my Twitter, find out. It's very, very interesting. And I think likely we're going to go. How long, how much, we don't know. Again, waiting for data. Okay. Sorry, I have to repeat myself there. Okay. Next one. The next question is crash, recession. It's a completely different ballgame. People don't get confused. Correction can last for 6 months. It could be painful, but it could be hovering sideways. And the reason for it to go up, it could be quarterly earnings. It could be interest rate. It could be people accepting the fact that things are normal for interest rate tightening in place. But crash recession is a whole different ballgame. Media sells it quite a lot. Media sells it very strong. And let me find a tweet, that it just catches people's attention. So there's this lady that shared this about a few days ago. Okay, Lisa Abramovic. Investors are getting bearish over the long term. US 2-year Treasury yield highest since February. Growing number of investors are predicting a sooner downturn. 73% said they'll see a recession in 2024. I mean, how do this? Why I'm being skeptical about this? Okay, why am Alex? Why? Because ever since I've started investing, in 2012, 2013, 2014, this chart comes out a lot. People call for dot-com bubble crash, dot-com bubble crash, dot-com bubble crash. They've been shouting it for years and years and years, and then COVID came, crash, it rebounded. So disruptive, I believe more in disruptive than try to predict a crash. Where when you see a crash, it's all about crashing. People not enough money. There's unemployment is low. People are scrapping for bread to eat. That's what I call a Great Depression. Are we going through that? Silent cash. I'm saying it's a lot. So I take it with a pinch of salt. Correction, I take it seriously. But I take medias like this with a pinch of salt until I see real life data. Until I see me can't afford to pay for food. Me losing my house and mortgage, me losing my job, and that is called a recession. As a professional, as a skilled person, if that happens, then I'll be worried. Okay, then I'll be worried. But one thing that I would like to defend is don't let me just find the chart. What I would like to defend is, let me find the chart, is all about sideline cash. Okay, I mentioned it just now. I said there's plenty of sideline cash. People are taking money out. That's a good reason. People are taking profit. Retailers are taking profit. You are taking profit. I'm taking profit. It's a very good reason. Why? Because we're trying to protect our cash. We're trying to be smart. We're not going to go gamble. Let's go all in. Let's go mad. So we're trying to be smart. Look, this is an old chart back in COVID, but then you can see the total monthly savings by retail. It's actually high. It's a couple trillion. This is an old chart, but I think we're around about the $2-3 trillion mark. And now the boomers are retiring. They're handing money and properties over to the millennials and the next generation. There's household spending on the rise. So there's a lot of sideline cash. Okay. More proof to tell you there's more sideline cash is the crypto market. Look at the crypto market. It peaked at 3 trillion round about November, December. 3 trillion. Yeah, peaked 3 trillion. That means people invested. And now it's down to 2 trillion. So 1.9 trillion today. So ask you the question, what happened to like 1.1 trillion? Did it just vanish off thin air? No, people took profit. There are lots of holders out there. So what happened to 1.1 trillion on the crypto market? And let me show you another chart. The recession, 2007. Look, the household cash as percentage of total financial asset. That's when in 2007, 8, 9, people actually felt the crash. People lost jobs, people lost houses. And household cash actually fell. But now we are actually on the high. But I'm not saying that it's going to last forever. It depends on how inflation is happening. The whole world is accepting that inflation needs to be sorted out. If we don't sort inflation, expenditure keeps going up, household saving keeps going down, it will run into huge trouble. Okay, but now we're not at that stage yet. So you calling out for a recession and stuff like that in 2024, making a magical crystal ball, I will just put it down for now. Okay, and last thing I want to say, I don't have a specific chart here, but I think it was on the news. So I want to say, do not forget about China. Okay, Everybody's depressed about Alibaba going down, Tencent going down, China FUD on cryptocurrency. But China plays second biggest economy, plays a huge role in this. So this is positive news. So what coming down is, remember, they've just cut the interest rates. They're trying to promote growth. We can see tech sectors going up, and they don't even care if America wants to delist all the Chinese stock. They don't really care. They don't need money from the Americans. They can generate inside. So one thing for one is, at least you've got an economy booming, Southeast Asia. They're willing to help generate growth there in the sector. Hawkish. It looks like the Chinese New Year rally. That's what I call it. Chinese New Year is the 1st, or Lunar New Year, some people call it. Chinese New Year rally in the 1st of February. I think it's coming in. It looks like we might generate some movement there. Industrials moving. I think what China want to do is they do not want outflow of money out by going to the stock market. They want to keep it all in. They want to let the other small players also grow. They do not want to create a fang. They want to create a couple of fangs. They want to share the wealth around. So potentially, if they want to encourage the people in China to invest. Why you want to invest in Tesla? Like, invest in your own local economy. That's what they're trying to do. That's the message. It's simple as that. So if they start generating industrial, they start using more oil, they can afford to pay for it. And who knows? It might be Chinese that bring the whole global demand out of all this debt that we are in here. So positive. If China is going down, I'll be worried. But China, at least somebody is taking a lead for some positive measure. So recession crash, I'm not worried. Correction, most likely it looks like it's going to happen. But let's see how far people are willing to short, how far people are going to take more money, how far the data is going to panic us for next week's earning. So really, this is me. This is what I really want to showcase in the last 20 minutes. We panic. For me, I'm not doing anything. I'm holding stable coins on my crypto. I'm holding about 20, 30%. I've sold into profits. And stocks, I'm not sold my AMD and Nvidia. I might consider, but I've sold some of my kids' stocks, my wife's Amazon. I've sold it way before all that did happen. I think it sold about 3,500 before it dipped. I'm surprised it dipped today. So I've got silent cash, but I'm not deploying. I'm holding, waiting for data. If you watch my last video, you see I've already got banks data. I've got Netflix waiting for Adobe. I'm waiting for travel data for young people, YOLO lifestyle, including myself. I'm young, not anymore. I'm waiting for the FANGs, cloud computing, and I'm finally waiting for industrial. Is industrial really going to give me the 30-40% growth this year? I don't believe it until the earnings tells me. So this is me. I'm going to quickly go on Q&A. It's also getting late, but I want to try to capture. I've seen loads of comments coming in, but I hope you guys find it useful. For guys watching a record, I hope you guys find it useful. We just have to take a step back, step back sometimes and not panic what we to do. Okay, so I just want to say hello to Jens. Thank you very much for coming. Sergi, thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate that. I spoke about Netflix. I'm 20% downs after hours. Nothing much we can do. I don't hold Netflix, but folks holding Netflix, I cannot comment on what we can do, but data doesn't look good. It looks like they might not even be called the FANGs anymore because they're going to take the N out. So it's a bit worrying. Yep. I believe the Fed meeting next week. Yep. Depending on what they say, could be the same again. Again, the Feds will be also depending what the earnings will be coming out, the spending, high cost of profit high cost of expenditure, profit margin, loads of stuff in the mix, loads of stuff. But we have to take in stages. We don't just panic and just focus on the crash correction. We have to go hand in hand. Matt, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? No problem. It's good to see yourself as well, Rob. Good afternoon from Kali. Okay. It's evening here. It's about almost 12 o'clock, but I'm glad to be in here. And Zebu, Jatin, good day from you. You are the person that forced me to come online, but I enjoyed you guys. I do enjoy it. Lenny, Mr. Phantom, how are you doing, my friend? Glad I bought some gold and silver. I think I saw that on your tweet. I've actually completely ignored gold because I was looking at Bitcoin as my gold substitution. Maybe I should look at gold and silver as well. Nvidia again, waiting for the earnings, but it's looking like it's already lower than my buy trigger. So I'm still waiting and watching what to do and how they're going to rebound. And I'm waiting for the selection process. I could be wrong. I'm waiting for investor go selection process. Captain Chainsaw, Mr. XRP, how you doing? Market crash coming soon. It looks like not crash, correction first, and then crash. We can talk about it later on. But my suspicion, if anybody like force me hand today say what will happen, I think my suspicion is if it goes really deeper because of all the earnings from the tech stocks go really bad, I think folks will consider going into flowing money into the crypto, to Bitcoin, gold, Japanese yen, and Ethereum, because there's lots of silent cash. People just can't buy Bitcoin. People need to go for a variety of cocktail of for safe haven assets, bonds will be not the way to go. So I would see other avenues going, but we are not going to see that. We're not going to see the rebound on stocks, but we might see a rebound on the cryptos, gold. We might see a rebound on Japanese yen, a better hedge, Swiss francs. That's where the hedge really normally goes to. So let's see what happens. Ryan Liu, do you think Tesla will drop below 900 on Friday? As the trend goes now, where people are shorting Nasdaq, people are shorting the DGI, it's not because people are selling Tesla, it's just because people are shorting option traders, are putting puts rather than calls on. So we could potentially see it drop if the momentum persists. At the moment, it looks like yes, it will, but things might change tomorrow. But I think as it stands, I think it might go that way. Okay, so buy trigger of AMD, my buy trigger which I set was 125, 125, 120, 130. It's already dropped below my buy trigger. So I'm trying to think of a way how to get money, because my cash is sitting on crypto, how to move it over and stuff like that, tax and all that stuff that needs to be put in. So if anyone is buying AMD, yes, but again, I will hold any buying until we see the earnings. Okay, I can call all the nice stuff about AMD, but data is king. Okay, whatever Lisa Su tells us next week or the week after on earnings, that will be king indicator for us to evaluate. So for now, for any stocks that we look at buy trigger, for me personally, even if I had 100 grand, 150 grand waiting for it by AMD, I think I'll wait until the data comes out and make a conscious decision. Data is king just now. Okay. Sergio, according to your models, Fiverr could be a 600 a share in 5 years, about 8x from here we now. Have you thought of getting back onto the boat? Fiverr at 100, again, waiting for the earnings, waiting for the earnings. I want to see the data on people working at home. Okay, so I've read a lot of data from Upwork that people are actually happy staying at home, working away. Companies are doing this hybrid model. So that will be important key factor to see that Fiverr generates that nice hockey curve that they show on the revenue growth. If they can maintain it, man, in the next 5 years, it could be a game changer, because at the moment it's worth about $5 to $10 billion cap market shares, and they just need to sustain that growth. So under 100 looks like a good avenue, but I just want to see the expenditure as well, because remember, they spend lots of money on ads, but they don't spend on staff hiring. So we need to monitor. So again, waiting for data before I jump back in the book. Okay. Lots of people tweeting about lots of spam about Bitcoin here, but I'll ignore that. Yeah, I think Captain Change, what do you make of Russia's news on banning Bitcoin and other proof of work technologies? At the moment, the data that I've seen on Russia, it's really about the Ukraine war, trying to push the oil price up, even though Russia cannot keep up with demand. So banning Bitcoin, yeah, they could ban Bitcoin, but the one that I'm really looking at is Turkey potentially using Bitcoin as their mode of currency, just like El Salvador. So that one's interesting. Russia Bitcoin, but there are lots of Bitcoin miners in Russia. They cannot lose. Folks are happy doing it. So something we need to watch and learn. I cannot comment on it yet, but I'm trying to look at the positive side on potentially Turkey getting the Bitcoin. It could change the whole world. US dollar could get lower and lower. So it's something really, really interesting to watch out. Have you invested in NFT? Have you heard of VV? Yes, I've heard of VV. I think I heard of VV about a year ago. My friend invested on it. I don't know how well it's done. I've not invested much in NFT. I just buy NFTs that I like. I buy it like, I don't buy it for the value. I buy it for a character that I like. Naruto. That's what I do. So NFT, I don't invest in. I've seen folks investing on NFT, swing trading NFT. That's not my thing. But I think NFT is the way to stay. It's not just on artwork, but NFT as a souvenir, as a social token. Folks are selling, folks are selling tickets or band merchandise as NFT. I think that's good holder social value. So something that I'm still watching, I'm still trying to understand. But I don't invest in NFT. I just pay to help that artist. I just pay to help that, especially in Terra Luna, to get it the market going, just as a support. I don't expect anything in return. I don't expect it to 10, 20x hold. I just buy it because I like it, kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, but maybe hopefully I need to do a bit more in-depth research on NFT. But then I need a lot of Ethereum to buy proper investable NFT, because there's only Ethereum and I believe Solano is the way, and OpenSea is the place where NFT is actually worth of a value. If you buy something for like 25 USD on the mint, you're not going to expect it to like triple and quadruple. You need to buy something on like 10, 20, 30 Ethereums that you get into the big boys and girls club, like what do you call it, the Basie club, or yeah, you need to get in the big boys club with big high paying people before you can get into those investment. For now, no, not for me. Okay, no problem, Parish. Thank you very much. I hope this helps, guys. I hope this helps everyone. And yes, oil. Somebody asked about oil all the way up, and I like that. And I like the profile picture, by the way. Alex, do you think oil stocks will continue to climb? Right? Yes. Personal opinion, I think oil will actually hit over 100. I think there's still about 20% upside for 20% upside for the BP, Shell, Exxon, Chevron. Chevron, I'm not sure. It's 135, but the BP, Shell still got upside of 20%. Schlumberger, Halliburton, all the service company, huge upside, another 50%. If they keep banging on the $100 door, they still could go up that way. But it's going to come to a point, as an industrial that I mentioned in my video, is workforce. If they cannot get the workforce, they cannot generate the revenue. So there's something that we need to watch in. But now I see a good 15-20% for oil for now. And for service company, a potential 50%, but will it hit there? Depending on workforce. Okay. And I'm just gonna see a question before I close out here. I'm gonna get a last question because it's getting late and I need to go as well. How are you doing? Do you still have NVIDIA as 50-45%? Oh, my NVIDIA is my personal portfolio. I hold two major stocks. I have some Goldman Sachs, some I think some SEA Limited. I can't remember. So the key ones. So NVIDIA and AMD are predominantly sitting as almost 85% in my portfolio. So yes, I still do hold NVIDIA. I've not really sold NVIDIA at all. But if I want to take profit, I need to see what the data comes out next week. But at the moment, I've not done anything. I've not bought anything. Neither have I not sold anything until the last time I've sold Tesla. So this is really, really me for today. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Do check out my last video because I've given a lot of thought about on the 5 key points you need to watch. So 2 key points is down. There's 3 more data we need to know before we make a decision. But again, take it in stages, take it in sections. Don't jump to a conclusion. But again, invest safely. I hope you guys find it useful. Invest safely. Focus on the other stuff as well. I mean, turning off your phone could be something that's key just to get away from the stock market sometimes. But then again, thank you very much, guys, for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find it useful and hope to see you guys soon. Okay, thank you very much. Take care and bye-bye and broadcast.